You know that feeling when you have a brilliant but super complex idea and you're just thinking, how in the world do I even begin to explain this to someone? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to tackle. We're going to use AI not just as a writer, but as a real strategic partner to solve a creative challenge.
So here it is. Here's our mission. You've got to sell this book, The Neural Frontier, a journey into advanced artificial intelligence and human augmentation. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but it also looks intense, right? How do you even start to market a high-concept book like this? It's a classic, kind of terrifying, creative problem.
The challenge here is crystal clear. This topic is incredibly specialized. We're talking deep AI, human augmentation. This is not exactly a light, fluffy beach read. So our mission is to find a hook, an angle that connects this really complex subject with a much broader audience. And we need to do it fast and do it well.
Okay, so we could just stare at a blank page for hours, waiting for inspiration to strike. Or we could pull out our secret weapon. And look, this isn't just about using an AI chatbot. It's a whole guide, absolutely packed with strategic prompts. This thing transforms that big, scary task of being creative into a structured, totally manageable process. It's not about replacing our creativity, it's about focusing it. And when I say packed, I mean it. We are not talking about a handful of tips here. We're working with a huge collection of over 200 prompts. Think of it less like a list and more like a strategic framework. A whole toolkit built for copywriting that's going to guide our AI partner every single step of the way. Let's take a quick peek inside, shall we? We're not just going to ask the AI to, write an ad. That's not the game. We're going to prompt it with decades of proven marketing knowledge. We're going to dig right into consumer psychology to find those powerful emotional triggers. We'll use very specific prompts for crafting irresistible headlines. We'll even play around with some unconventional techniques just to stand out. And then we'll structure it all with classic copywriting formulas and blueprints for really effective landing pages. See, this is all about strategy, not just random chance. So, where do we start? Well, not with writing copy. Nope. The first and honestly the most critical step is to find the emotional core. Why should anyone actually care about this book? To figure that out, we're going to use prompts from the consumer psychology section to tap into some universal human drivers.
Okay, one of the most powerful tools in this whole guide is something called the scarcity principle. It taps into a fundamental human truth. The fear of missing out is often a way stronger motivator than the desire to gain something. It's just how we're wired. When something feels limited, its value in our minds just skyrockets. So the question is, how can we make a mass-produced book feel scarce and exclusive?
Well, check this out. Instead of just selling a book, we're now offering a collector's item. By prompting the AI with that scarcity principle, it can generate an angle just like this one. It immediately creates this sense of urgency, of exclusivity. Suddenly, it's not just a book about the future, it's a little piece of the future that you can actually own. Big difference.
Okay, perfect. We've got our emotional angle. But how do we get someone to actually stop scrolling through their feed and pay attention? We need a killer headline. And, you guessed it, the prompt guide has an entire section dedicated to crafting hooks that are basically impossible to ignore. Just look at this transformation for a second. The before headline is, well, it's factual, but it's so flat. New book on AI and human augmentation. Yawn. But after we use a prompt about turning statements into questions, we get the after. Is your mind the next frontier? Whoa. That's an invitation. It's provocative. It totally bypasses your analytical brain and speaks directly to your curiosity.
All right, we've got our psychological trigger, scarcity. We have a headline that hooks. Now it's time to put all of these pieces together. We need to build a digital home for our campaign, a landing page that can turn that curiosity into actual action. And this is where the guide helps us structure our thinking. A great landing page isn't magic. It follows a proven formula. So we lead with our powerful headline. Is your mind the next frontier? Then we follow up with an opening that uses our scarcity angle. After that, we list compelling benefits, not just features. And finally, and this is key, we guide them with a super clear call to action. Secure your limited edition copy. Simple, effective, and structured. So let's just step back for a moment and look at the big picture here. What did we actually do? We didn't just ask an AI to write some marketing copy. We guided it. We used the strategic framework to direct its incredible power, combining our human insight with its machine speed execution. I think this is the perfect way to think about it.
AI is the engine. It is incredibly powerful, capable of generating ideas way faster than any human ever could. But you're the one holding the steering wheel. You provide the direction, the insight, and the purpose.
The future of creativity really isn't a story of humans versus machines. It's a story of collaboration. The tools are here. They are ridiculously powerful. And honestly, they're just waiting for your direction. The AI can write, there's no question about that. The only question left is, what are you going to inspire it to say?